Hi everyone, I am Dr. Sarah Baxter from Form Health. Today we're going to share with you a few cool down stretches you can do after your curling practice, game, whatever it happens to be. So, of course, we want to sort of, as we cool down, longer stretches, nice holds can really help reduce that soreness, that stiffness that you can feel, that delayed onset muscle soreness that you can feel after a practice or a game. And we're going to focus again on hips, sort of upper back, and a little bit through the shoulders. So first one I recommend, find a chair. This is a really nice, you can of course do this on the floor, but the chair is a really nice option. You can pick up one leg and cross the ankle on top of the thigh. You want to keep the toes flexed towards the shin. That will prevent any twist from the knee. And then from there, imagine a little string on the bottom of your knee, sort of the outside edge of your knee, that someone pulls towards the floor. And this should help create some openness and sensation of pull in the outer hip here. You can sit nice and tall. This might be a nice sensation for you, and just finding some few slow, deep breaths. Or you might even come forward a little bit, keeping the spine nice and long so you're not sort of curling inwards. You're just keeping that spine really long and finding a few breaths here. Ideally, about 20 to 30 seconds is why I like to go through breaths, because that will kind of give you, slow, deep breaths will give you about 20 to 30 seconds. And then, of course, repeat the other side. Crossing the ankle onto the shin, toes flexed towards that shin, imagining a little string on the outer aspect of your knee that someone pulls to the floor, creating that space through the outer hip, sitting tall or coming forward. And again, 5 or so breaths, about 20 to 30 seconds. And then you can uncross. And then from there, you can keep your chair nice and handy. We'll stretch through the front of the back, front of the hips here, and our hip flexors. We'll find a little lunge here. So make sure that your right knee, or front knee, excuse me, is over top of your ankle, kneecap looking between that second and third toe. Hands can come to the hips, and then you'll just play with the tilt of your pelvis until you find this sort of sweet spot where you feel this nice gentle pull through the front of your back hip. And again, everyone is a little bit different just based on our anatomy, but for most of us, it's tucked just slightly towards the floor. Good, you can stay right here. You can use this chair to support you at any moment as well, or you can keep your hands on your hips. Deepen it as well by reaching that back, the same arm as the back hip up towards the ceiling. And again, 5 of your breaths, about 20 to 30 seconds. And then the hand can come back down, and then you can just repeat the opposite side and sort of just shift yourself around here. Again, front knee over top of the ankle, kneecap looking between the second and third toe. Tilting the pelvis till you find your sweet spot, hands staying on the hips, or maybe you're reaching arm up towards the ceiling. Just opening that up a little bit. 3 to 5 of your breaths, 5 of your breaths for about 20 to 30 seconds. And then you can make your way back to your chair, and then we'll focus a little bit sort of on the upper back and the shoulders here. Some of our classic stretch with a little bit of a twist here. You can reach one arm up over top of your head, start to bend the elbow and bring the hand towards the back of your neck, maybe the back of your head, and as best you can, point your elbow towards the ceiling. Some of you might have your elbow out towards the side, that's fine as well. The opposite arm will come on top to hook that opposite elbow. And then you'll press the elbow into the hand and the hand into the elbow, as if to sort of move, but not, your opposite hand doesn't allow you to move. You can stay right here or generate a little more sensation by just tilting a little bit towards the floor. And that'll help open up a little bit more through that side body as well as through the shoulders. And again, 5 breaths, 20 to 30 seconds. Coming back up, and of course repeating the opposite side. And then from there, this one's really nice for between the shoulder blades and the upper back, which gets a lot of work when we're sweeping and curling. Bring your arms forward and then cross one arm on top of the other. And then give yourself a little bit of a hug here. Squeeze your elbows together, elbows to about shoulder height. Walk your feet a little bit wider so that you can actually start to come forward, hinging at your hips. Imagine there's a little weight on your elbows that's being pulled towards the floor, and allow the shoulder blades to sort of softly separate on your back. Again, 5 breaths or so here, 20 to 30 seconds. And then lifting up, releasing the hands down, just playing with a few shoulder rolls between sides. And again, one arm comes on top of the other, big hug, elbows squeeze towards each other as you start to come forward, keeping the elbows in line with the shoulders here. And come back. Good. And then you can just softly relax there. Again, a few shoulder rolls if you feel you need to. Good. That's a nice sort of general cool down. It shouldn't take you too long, maybe sort of 3 to 5 minutes, and it'll get many of the big muscles that you're going to be working through your curling game or practice, and can really help reduce that soreness that you'll feel after, as well as help prevent injury. If there's any questions, feel free to let us know. Again, I'm Dr. Sarah Baxter from Form Health. Thanks, everyone.